This video is an overview of lesson 3.3, which is all about measures of relative standing and box plots. These slides are based on slides provided by Pearson to accompany our textbook and then modified by me for our course. So we are in the third section or lesson of chapter 3, which is all about describing and comparing data. This section is most specifically about comparing data, more so than the other two sections. We're going to look at measures of relative standing and then a way to visualize that in something called a box plot. This is chapter 3, or based on chapter 3 from Essentials of Statistics, 6th edition by Mario Triola. So here are the key concepts. First of all, we want to introduce measures of relative standing. These measures of relative standing show the location of a particular data value relative to the other values within the same data set. We also want to master the computation and interpretation of the z-score. That is one measure of relative standing. Then we want to discuss percentiles and quartiles. Those are also measures of relative standing. And then we'll look at box plots, which allow us to visualize some of our data and sort of see the minimum value, the maximum value, and the 25th percentile, the 50th percentile, and the 75th percentile all at the same time, all at a glance. It gives us some sense of the spread of the data and the variation in the data visually, which is fantastic. So we've got a number of learning outcomes associated with lesson 3.3, and here they are. First, we want to compute and interpret z-scores corresponding to particular data values. Now we're going to do this a lot more in a lot more depth later, but in this lesson, we're just introducing this idea and we want to make sure that you know how to compute them and then how to interpret them in terms of standard deviation. And then we want to compute and interpret percentiles and find the percentile of a given value. And then we want to compute and interpret quartiles, which are just percentiles for particular percentages. And then we also want to find a 5-number summary for a given data set. And then we want to construct and interpret box plots and modified box plots using that 5-number summary for given data sets. So that's it. That's our overview of lesson 3.3. I'll see you in the next video.